We need a user ID in the backend system, which we are considering GRC200 as your backend. So let me log in into GRC200 first and create the ID, which we'll be using it for the RFC connection between the two systems. So this is an RFC ID I'm creating. So the ID should be communication type or system type. Enter the password and remember the password, because we have to use this password in the RFC definition. And ensure that this ID has proper access. So no authorization issue should be there for this ID. Hence I am assigning SAP all here. So this is the prerequisite. Now we can start with our connector configuration. Now let me go to the GRC 100 system. Now we are in GRC 100. So SPRO connector configuration first step. Governance risk.
Sorry to interrupt, Sridhar.
Yeah, Manjula.
Why are we creating connection?
Why are we creating?
Connector now?
The system has been formatted.
Okay, fine.
So just redoing all the configuration. So first step is create connector. So just like a revision class, we'll do it in 20 minutes maximum. It doesn't take more time. ABAP connections, create. So always remember one thing, wherever you are entering the name and then the description, it should be always same, because you will face a lot of problems in tomorrow, because in every other case you will be observing only the description. Better always to maintain description and the name as same, one and the same. So target host name is, you can find from logon pad. So if it is ECC, you need to right click on ECC system, but in this case I have only one system acting as both, so this IP address have to be picked up, and then the system number is 00, instance number, logon and security, here the language English, client is 200, user ID is ECC RFC user, and the password is welcome I have kept. So ensure the password status should not be initial, it should be saved status. I have entered the password. So now you can see password status is changed. When you click on save, it becomes saved. So your first step is done. So to test whether the first step is done properly or not, utilities test and then authorization test. Yeah, working fine. And then you can do also connection test. It is also working fine. So this is the first step under connector configuration. Second step, maintain connectors and connection types. So under that first step, define connectors, new entries, put your connector name here, the one which you have created just now. Target connector name should be same as your source connector and logical port. Connection type based on the nature of the system, it is SAP. If it is Java type or EP, you have another type called as EP as well. Okay. So you can save all your connector configuration in a transport request. But this cannot be transportable, since if you do all this in development system, the naming convention changes, right? So hence it is not possible for this configuration to transport it.
So Sridhar, does that mean we'll do it directly in production?
See, in development, which system you connect to development? Suppose you have GRC development. Will you connect GRC production to
Yeah.
development?
No, no.
You
We
will connect
convert to development
you will
system.
connect ECC development to GRC production, GRC development, right?
Yes.
What will be the name of that client? If you are keeping the same name, it's fine. I kept here the name as ECC. If the system name is ED1, for example, development system name is ED1, here the target client name will be ED1 client 200. When it goes to production, it changes to EP1 CLNT 200. So here itself, if you are maintaining the name as EP1, then it can be transportable.
Okay, Sridhar. Got it.
Yeah. Now subsequent connector is not required for this. This is only required for Java systems. Hence I am skipping this step. Third step, define connector groups. So connector groups is one of the mandatory step we have to do. So create one connector group name. So I'm creating, this will be helpful in future. So you'll understand why we are creating connector group here. Naming it as an ABAP group. Then the group type. Group type should be logical group type. Assign connectors to your system name. This is your system name. Under the group you are naming it. Connection type. SAP. On the top you can observe connection type is empty here, group type. So do that as well. Go back to connector groups and here it is empty. Define it as ABAP means SAP. If it is Java systems, you can define it as a EP group again. So this is all about the second step. Maintain connection settings. Okay, so before I do, I have to ensure some of the post installation steps as well. Let me complete the third one. I will go to the post installation steps. Maintain connection settings. This is related to integration scenarios. There are 5 types of integration scenarios, out of which we define 4 types. So the first one is AUTH. AM is left out, don't define AM. AM is for only process control, we define it. Start from AUTH. Continue. So under this scenario, AUTH, select it and connect scenario connector link. Double click on it and then put your system name. New entries. Save it. Continue. So you have to repeat for remaining 3 scenarios as well. 3 more integration scenarios are there. 4 we have to define in total. Now the second one. PROV. Continue. Scenario connector link. New entries. And give the name of the connector. ECC CLNT 200. Third one. ROLMG. This is one interview question. How many integration scenarios are there? Or they can ask you specific integration scenario. Which integration scenario is related to EAM concept? Or which integration scenario is related to ARA concept? So they can ask you a specific question like that as well. So out of these 4 integration scenarios, AUTH is related to BRM, PROV is related to ARM, access request management, role management is also related to ARM, access request management, SUPMG is related to EAM. Done. So you're done with the third step. Next, fourth step is under access control. Under access control, second one, maintain connector settings. Here just maintain an entry here. Target connector name. ECCCLNT. Application type SAP. Then environment, it should be production. If it is development, put it as development. If it is production, put it as production. So depending on the environment, which environment you are connecting. Here PSS we have, which stands for password self-service. So if you want to enable this feature, tick it, otherwise not required. So I don't recommend ticking it here. Done. So that is about the fourth step. Now fifth step, maintain mapping for actions and connector groups. So here, new entry, maintain your group name and tick it as active. The group which you created in the second step. ABAP group, tick it as active, and it is of what type? SAP. Save it. Assign default connector. So under your group, one system should act as a default connector for the following actions. So we have around 5 actions. So for these actions only we are connecting our system here to perform these actions in our system, like role generation, role risk analysis, authorization maintenance. This is one interview question. How many types of actions we have and what are their names? So 5 actions. Four. So all the 5 actions. And tick it as a default one. Okay, so we are done with our connector configuration. So before I proceed with the connector sync jobs, I need to I need to check the post installation steps. So let us revisit the post installation steps before running the sync jobs. So first step is ensure you have the components under system and status. The software components are installed. FNDA and PINW. Fine. Because same system, so two components are available. If you have two different systems, in two different systems you need to find this is the second step. Activate applications in client under general settings. Here GRC AC should be active. Fine. It is available. Next. SPRO. Post installation steps under workflow. Perform automatic customizing. Taking a lot of time. Okay, here in this screen you have to ensure everything is in green color. So just select, if it is not green, Try to convert it into green by clicking on execute or generate here. Sometimes it will easily turn into green color. If not possible, go back to basis team and ask them to turn it into green. It is not possible now. It's taking a long time. Let us create the data meanwhile in the backend system for our risk analysis. Security admin access. Okay, it is not possible now. I'll ask him to do and give it back to us. So under that, one more step is perform task specific customizing. Under general settings, workflow, perform task specific customizing. Okay, under this assign agents, we need to ensure the tasks are defined as either background jobs or general tasks. Generally, we have to go under GRC. You find some folders called GRC AC, GRC PC, but here we are not able to find. So these are the tasks, and you can see this is a empty one. So click on it, click on attributes, define that as a general task. So like this you have to do for everything. So I'll do it later. Just I want to show you what step is done here. So let us now go for the sync jobs. Under access control, sync jobs. First two sync jobs are mandatory. Authorization sync will load all the data related to T codes, authorization objects, and SU24 data. So just to put your connector name, do it in background always. Recommended, because otherwise system performance would become slow. Done. The second job, repository object sync. First time we have to do it in full sync mode. Program execute in background. Done. So the two jobs will take time to run, at least 1 or 2 hours based on the data available in the backend system. So now we have to create the data related to risk analysis. And I want to show you one more thing also. If you don't do the post installation steps correctly, what will happen as well. So especially regarding the BC sets. If you don't activate the BC sets, you will not see the global rule set information available in our system. I think it is not activated, I guess. Let us see that once. So what is the T code for BC sets? Anyone? T code for BC sets.
CPR20.
SCPR20. Right. system is okay. This is a T code for BC sets, and let me show you the global rule set once. So you will see the difference. If a BC set is not activated, what would be the condition? When you go to the global rule set information, you will not find information regarding the all modules here if you don't activate the BC sets correctly. Under setup, the first thing what you see under rule sets name, you just find global, only global.
Either?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, when I am activating BC set,
Mm-hmm.
it is not activating properly. I'm getting some warning, something it is not completely. So, what would be the issue?
No, we cannot say actually. Warning is fine neglected. We can neglect the warning, but error should not be there.
Okay.
Warning
Okay.
means it
So,
appears
suppose
in
if I'm
yellow
getting
color.
error, means what should I do?
Error, we have to, in the log you can find out some trace you will find there. Like it will give you some description related to the error,
Okay.
why it is occurring generally. So first there are two modes actually when you activate the BC sets. Normal mode we
Yeah.
do. If
Yeah.
errors we are facing, we can
Mm.
do it in expert mode. There is an expert mode option when you click on activate
Okay.
BC set.
Okay.
I'll show you that. So now when you see rule sets now, you just find global here. You don't find, because it's a new system, just formatted and given it to us. Just checking. So searching the BC sets with the GRAC word. So last one, SPM criticality level. So just check the log here, activation logs. So it is already activated here successfully. Log is available. In case if you want to do it, or if the log is not available or it has not been activated so far, just click on execute and activate it. This is direct activation. So a dialog box opens. There you find two options, expert mode and normal mode. So we do it in normal mode generally. If you face any errors or warnings, again we can do it in the expert mode. So here you have default mode and expert mode. So if you face any warnings or errors, by default it runs in default mode. So you can, next time again you do it in expert mode. So then the errors could be rectified maximum. So successfully completed. So let us go to the risk IDs. It's taking a lot of time. My God, system is very slow. It is not responding in time now. Okay, let's reconnect tomorrow only. Okay, what time we'll meet tomorrow? Same time, or we'll meet two sessions, one in the daytime and one in the same time again, 8:30 in the evening, and I want one more session in the morning or afternoon session. So tell me which time you want to meet in the